All right, good morning. Today is Thursday, January the 6th. Everyone needs to have their Chromebook opened and access Schoology. Now, I want you to go into Wednesday's folder first so that we can review what we did yesterday. And I clicked the wrong 9 weeks. Okay, you need to make sure that you enter into third 9 weeks. Week 1, January 4th through the 7th. We're going to go to Wednesday, January the 5th, because we are going to review quickly your assignment from yesterday. Okay. Roseanne wasn't sure. First of all, I started out by reading the statement. Did I do the right thing or did I do the wrong thing? Okay, I started out reading the statement or the Roseanne. Did I do the right thing or did I do the wrong thing? I did the wrong thing. Who can tell me what I did wrong? Not not supposed to read the statement first. Read the question first. You need to know what you are being asked, and that will eliminate wasted time. Okay? Which error needs to be corrected in this sentence? All right, Roseanne wasn't sure why they are geometry test wasn't hard this week. Okay? Obviously, it's going to be they are. Okay, there are 3 forms of the word there, right? There are 3 forms of the word there. Okay, we have THERE, which means a place. Okay, we have THEIR, which is referring to a what? THEIR refers to a person. Okay. And then they are is a contraction for, or there is a contraction for what? THEY apostrophe RE. RE signifies or signals what word? Anybody? Nobody? They are. Okay. So now Roseanne wasn't sure why. We know that Roseanne is a person, right? And she wasn't sure why their geometry test wasn't hard. Now, is this referring to a place, a person, or a contraction? A person. Okay? So your answer should have been the word they are needs to be changed to THEIR. Number 2. All right. The question that the answer that we're looking for has to deal with what does the term interspersed mean as used in the sentence from the passage. Now, you have to use context clues to figure out what this word means. One end, indeed, reflected splendidly both light and heat from ranks of immense pewter dishes interspersed with silver jugs and tankards, towering row after row on a vast oak dresser to the very roof. Okay, so this is talking about colors flowing, and then we're actually talking about pewter dishes. Pewter is a color, it's like an opaque tan type color. Okay, now it's interspersed with silver. So, based off of that, what do you think the word interspersed means? Scattered. Okay? The dishes have specks of silver throughout it. It's not changed to silver, okay, because it doesn't say that the pewter is gone. It doesn't say anything about the pattern, like whether it's neat or messy. It doesn't say whether or not the pewter or the silver remained like it. This does not fit. It does not work. Okay. But scattered does. That means that the color silver is scattered throughout the pewter dishes. Okay. All right. Number 3. I thought the dog was going to be friendly, but it ended up barking and being hostile. Okay. I thought the dog was going to be friendly. What is the opposite of friendly? Mean, angry. Okay. A word that means the opposite is what? Is it a synonym or an antonym? An antonym. Okay. So we're looking for the opposite of friendly. All right. But it ended up being hostile. Angry and violent. Okay. Angry and violent. Now, you should be looking at your responses and making sure that you got these correct. Or if you did not get them correct, you should be identifying why you got them incorrect. Okay? All right, the question states here, what does the author mean when she says that Jamal put his whole heart and soul into his letter for the contest? All right, he tried really hard. Okay, so before I even read the passage here, I'm going to read my answer choices and then I may go back and read my passage. Okay, Jamal wrote a very successful, well focused, well supported, academically dry paper. Jamal put a lot of energy, effort, personal commitment, and emotion into his letter for the contest. I think that this is a good possibility, but I'm still going to read the other choices. Jamal wrote a very clever, gimmicky, and sarcastic essay that he never meant to be taken literally. Okay, if you want something to be taken serious, like you're going to put your whole heart and soul into it, and you're not going to be making a whole lot of jokes. Okay, Jamal wrote a dry, informational essay filled with facts, data, and statistics to support his argument. Your answer is B. He put a lot of energy, effort, personal commitment, and emotion. Okay? Personal commitment, energy, and emotion all deal with your inner being, yourself. And he put heart and soul into it. Okay? All right, the last question is, the main purpose of this passage is, I'm going to go ahead and read my answer choices. To explain the differences between the written test and the road test. To explain the importance of following traffic laws to prevent accidents. To explain that people with vision problems will not be allowed to drive at night. To explain the requirements and testing procedures for obtaining a driver's license. Okay, so I'm reading to see if this paragraph is about taking the test to get my license, or if it's about following the rules to getting a license. Okay, or is it about vision problems at night, or about the testing procedures for obtaining a driver's license? All right, the written test. I almost automatically already know what this paragraph's about. What is it about? A written test, okay? The written test is given the written test is given to first-time license applicants Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. with lunch from 12 to 1. The testing fee is $50 each time you test. You will be required to show 2 forms of identification before testing. Now, this is relevant. Like, you all are about to go through this process next year. So you ought to really listen and read this paragraph so that you will know what you have to do to take your test. Okay? The questions on the test are multiple choice and are derived from the state driver's manual. You should read the manual thoroughly before attempting the written test. Okay? The questions that appear at the end of the section in the manual are similar to those on the test. You will be asked specific questions concerning traffic laws, road signs, traffic signals, and road markings. Please be advised that if you are seeking an endorsement for classifications other than passenger cars and trucks, you will be required to take a supplemental test for each classification. This includes license to operate motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, motorhomes, or boats. A score of 75 must be achieved on the written test before applicants will be eligible to attempt the first test. All right, then it tells you about the road test. Okay, it tells you about the documentation that must be given to take the road test and the written test. And it talks about what you need to earn. Okay. So is this to explain the difference between the written test and the road test? Is it to explain the importance of following traffic laws? Is it to explain that people with vision problems will not be allowed to drive at night? Is it to explain the requirements and testing procedures for obtaining a driver's license? Now, I see 2 possible correct answers. Who can tell me what the 2 possible are? Read.
D.
D is absolutely an option. There's one more.
B.
Not B. A. Okay. We need to determine if it is B or if it is, if it is A or if it is D. Okay.
Because you said absolutely, and you didn't say absolutely correct.
Not. All right. It's not really talking about the differences. Okay. It's more trying to explain the requirements. Right? So our option should be D, to explain the requirements and testing procedures for obtaining a driver's license. Okay? All right, so that was your bell ringer. I'm going to go ahead and go over your DGP from yesterday. All right, so I want you to open up your DGP test. Huh? Okay, go ahead and open up your DGP test from yesterday. All right.
Go into my room. Let me go over there first. I'm gonna walk to the first room. Everybody's eyes are gonna be on me. You wait about 30 seconds. You come in, stick your head in, and say, "Everybody, shut up," and then turn around and walk back in. Okay? No, I'm serious. Okay. You gotta do it quick. Okay.
I can do it.
I know you can, but I didn't ask you. Walk in there really quick. Stick your head in and say, "Everybody, shut up," and then turn and walk out and shut the door behind you. Okay.
Okay, so right here, we had to identify.
You say it. Me, I was yell.
Shut
up!
Alright.
Everybody, shut up!
Okay, refresh your screen. You should be able to see. All right, refresh your screen. You should be able to see now the question or your answers from yesterday. Refresh your screen. Click the view button. Okay? Yeah. Refresh and view again because it is there. Okay? All right. You underline the subject of the sentence how many times? Once. You underline the predicate how many times? Twice. Who is this sentence about? It's about me. Okay, so you drag up the S for I. You also drag the underline once because we underline the subject of the sentence one time. Read. I didn't. All right. I set who or I set what? I set who or I set what? I set the table. Okay, so being I can answer who or what after the verb, that means that I have a transitive verb. All right, that means I have a transitive verb. Table is going to be my direct object, right? What do I put in these boxes? Parentheses. Okay, parentheses.
Landon's still losing.
All right, I put the parentheses up here. Okay, now set the table at the Andersons' house on Saturday. On Monday, we labeled at and on what part of speech? On Monday, we labeled at and on what part of speech? A preposition. Okay, a preposition. So we know that we have a preposition or an object of the preposition. The object of the preposition will always be at the end of the what? Prepositional phrase.
Who said that?
Okay, OP. The OP will also always be what part of speech?
Object of the preposition.
Noun or pronoun. Okay, now we need to underline the predicate of the sentence how many times?
Twice.
2 times. Okay, at the Andersons' house on Saturday. At the Andersons' house on Saturday tells us where we set the table. Okay? What type of prepositional phrase tells us where? Adverbial. Okay, so we're going to drag adverbial prepositional phrase up underneath both of these. And I'm going to click next.
Wait, what was Saturday? I can't see that far. Like I'm in.
All right, house OP, Saturday OP.
Thank you.
They're both adverbial prepositional phrases. Okay? Next, the subject of the sentence should be underlined twice. False. The predicate of the sentence should be underlined twice. True. Review, finish. Okay, that should give you your grade.
I'm at 100.
Good. Now, if you did not make 100, you need to figure out what it is that you are missing, and we need to fix this problem. We have done this all school year long. Go get another computer. Okay?
He's in now.
All right, here we go. First period. I want you to scroll down and click on third 9 weeks. All right, week 1, January 4th through the 7th. You're going to go to Thursday, January the 6th.
Mine's still submitting.
Okay? You shouldn't be submitting anything because all we were doing was reviewing. Okay. So nobody should be started anything as of yet. I need you listening to me. Okay? This is what we are going to do today. All right? You are going to take your ACAT bell ringer. You're going to do your DGP for today. Okay? Like always. All right? And then once you do that, you are going to go back to your Wednesday folder. Okay? You are going to go back to your Wednesday folder and you are going to open up the assignment that we started yesterday but did not get finished. Okay? That assignment was on fiction and nonfiction. Now, on your table or on your desk, you have the textbook as well as this handout right here. All we are doing is defining these words and checking for our understanding. Okay? When you finish this assignment, you are going to submit it. If you do the work correctly and submit it, that is an easy one. This is an easy 100 for you. Okay? If you do the work and you submit it, this is an easy 100 for you. All right? Now, when you do finish and submit this, okay, we're going to move on to the next step, which is what I had originally planned for today. Okay? And that is going to be 2 things. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to copy of the textbook on quotations. Okay? Just listen. All right?
So we go to the bell ringer, Miss Willis.
Yeah, hold on before you go to the bell ringer. Okay, so now that I have this up here, you are going to be able to use, that was not what I wanted. There it is. You are going to be able to use the book as well as this right here that I have uploaded. Okay, I don't expect you to see this right here because you have it on your computer screen. All right. Then you are going to click on this O. Henry William Sidney Porter, a retrieved information. Okay. I don't know if it's just taking a little while for it to upload because I'm not sure why I guess it didn't come over from. Hold on just a second. All right, y'all can go ahead and get started on your bell ringers. When you finish your bell ringer and when you finish your ACAT bell ringer and your DGP, go into Wednesday's folder and finish up.
What do we do if we get
We will not finish everything today. There's no way.
All we got is 3 things to do.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Who's with Debbie?
Yeah.
Who's with Debbie?
Blaze. Shh.
Anyway, Miss Brooks, I don't understand them too.
Who's Debbie?
Explain like some comment
She ain't got the shoes on today.
Alright. Which sentence
Why not?
clear stand?
Does she want to get drank on?
Which one is point blank?
No,
Point and obviously it doesn't go from one side to the other. It is what it is. It's very simple.
Sorry.
You don't have to. Where do you go? If you have a hood on your head, it needs to come off all the way down. Go ahead and take the bell ringer. I don't want to unsubmit it right here because of the recording. So we'll have to fix it. When you finish your bell ringer, your ACAP bell ringer, and your DGP assignment, okay, you are going to go ahead and go back to Wednesday's folder. You're going to go back to Wednesday's folder. All right, and you are going to open up the read pages 2 through 5 of the Prentice Hall literature. Okay, it looked just like this. Now, you're going to take off the word actions or just mark through it, and point of view, I have what you are going to write. Okay. It should not take you long to finish this assignment because we started it yesterday, and you are going to submit it.